All right, this is the stack way to do multiplying binomials, all right? And I'm going to use numbers 1 and 2 to kind of help you through it. So when we, if you remember old school multiplying, when we stack them on top of each other, okay, you multiply the ones place first, so the 6 times 5 goes here, not that, which is 30. So the 0 comes down and the 3 comes up top. And then you multiply the 5 times the 1 from the 16, all right, which is 5. And then you add that 3 on the top, which is 8, okay? And then you move to the 10 spot, okay, which is the 1 from the 15. So 1 times 6 is 6, and you move over to the 10 spot on the in your answer. All right, and then we're done with the 3, so just 1 times 1 is 1. So then when you have when you've multiplied all the places, you add straight down. So 0, remember there's a 0 here, so 0 plus 0 is 0. 8 plus 6 is 14. I put the 4 there, carry the 1, and 1 plus 1 is 2. So here's my answer, all right? Same with this one, okay? 44 times 31. I stack them on top of each other. So I do the 4, I do the 1 spot. So the 4 times 1 is 4. And I do the 10 spot, 4 times 1 is 4, okay? Then I put a 0 down, and I move over. So 3 times 4 is 12, so I put the 2 down, carry the 1, and then 3 times 4 is also 12, but then I add the 1, which makes it 13. So then I add straight down. So 4 plus 0 is 4, 4 plus 2 is 6, 0 plus 3 is 3, and 0 plus 1 is 1, so 1364. Okay, so now I can take that same procedure and apply it to these binomials. Here's your first quote-unquote number, and here's your second quote-unquote number. So I'm going to stack them. Okay, 5n plus 1 times, we could put a 1n. Sorry, that's a minus 1. Okay, so I stack them. So I do this. I multiply those first, and then I multiply those next. Okay, and those go down. So 1 times a negative 1 is a negative 1. All right, and then a 5n times a negative 1 is a negative 5n. All right, then I move over to do those and those. All right, so 1n times 1. Oh, also put your 0 down. Okay, so 1n times 1 is a plus 1n. And then a 5n times 1n is 5. And then n times n, if you guys remember the multiplication rules with exponents. And how many n's do I have now? 2, so n squared. All right, so then I add straight down. So negative 1 plus 0 is negative 1. Negative 5n plus 1n is negative 4n. And then 5n squared plus 0 is 5n squared. So there is your answer. All right. We'll do one more together. So take this first polynomial and the second polynomial and stack them. 3n minus 2, 3n minus 3. So I'm going to multiply. So again, I do this one first, and then this one. So negative 2 times negative 3 is a plus 6, is a positive 6. 3n times negative 3 is a negative 9n. All right, remember you multiply the numbers first before you do any variables. And then I move over to the 10 spot. So I do that one and then that one. So 3n times negative 2, which is negative 6n. Put your plus 0 down as your placeholder. And then 3n times 3n is a 9. And then how many n's are there? There's 2 of them, so it's 9n squared. Then you add straight down. So I have 6 plus 0 is 6. Negative 9n plus negative 6n, negative 15n. Remember, when you're adding variables, you don't create exponents. The variables stay the same. Okay, and then 9n squared plus 0 is 9n squared. So that is it. So that is the stack method. All right? If you have any questions, let me know.